how's it going? Hope all is well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here discussing a video that I came across of this young lady on YouTube that experienced segregation on a trip with influencers.
And I didn't talk about the way I was treated for a number of reasons. I didn't want to be the problematic black girl, and I didn't want to be labeled as ungrateful. I thought that I could be representation for black girls all over the world. But for me to feel like the token black girl on 2 trips in a row, it's dead. I don't want to do it anymore.
So Kiana was invited to Fiji last year, sponsored by Dote. Dote is basically an app used for online shopping. It's basically a mobile mall type service that a lot of influencers support and sponsor here on YouTube and Instagram. Dote has recently been in the headlines for their Coachella trip and them segregating there, but it all started at the Fiji trip, and that's where I want to start. So Kiana was automatically partnered with Lisette, who is a mixed influencer here on YouTube.
I was paired with the other black girl on the trip. She's actually half white and half black. And I think I was the only girl that wasn't mixed with half white on the trip. So the 2 of us were put in a room together, and I am so glad I had her during this trip. She was literally what kept me sane. I already wasn't being talked to by the majority of the people on the trip, so when no one wanted to take pictures of me, I just felt like an outcast.
So basically Dope got a whole bunch of influencers together, and the whole purpose of the trip was to capture images. They wanted to capture pictures for their Instagram. However, they were not using Kiana or Lisette on the trip.
We were just talking about how we're on this trip and how there's been a few scenarios where there's been a little bit of, you know, either discrimination or some things like that, and we just want to talk about it.
So first of all, they put us as roommates. Did you think we're not going to get along with other people? A picture of us gets posted, one of the only pictures I was taken of us on this trip, and it's captioned, when you get to go to a tropical island, was it Fiji? When you get to go to Fiji with your best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
we just met.
So we're best friends
a couple days ago, a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I know. And they kind of like forced us together. Why? Because we're both black.
Mm-hmm.
How many pictures have you gotten?
1, 2, 0.
Don't want to support photographers that refer to us as black girls instead of getting to know our names.
Oh wow, that I forgot about that. Yeah, we were dancing, and one goes, "Ooh, let me get the black girls on film dancing." Like, they know everybody else's name, but they don't know our name. Like, they don't even want to know our names. Yeah. They don't care, because it's just easy to say, "Ooh, black girls." Like, "Ooh, let me get them dancing." That was just so rude. When I heard that, my heart actually sunk, because really? I was like, yeah.
I was like, that was really mean. So I was like,
but I wouldn't expect that on a brand trip. Yeah. I would expect that maybe like in real life people would be mean like that, but on a brand trip, when you're being paid and you're around talent, you know, you kind of have like a level of respect for everybody that's just given, at least I thought. But the fact that people are actually viewing us and they're saying black girls like in a negative way, so it's like you're almost saying that like we're less than, you know, you're portraying us less than on this trip. You're already putting us into a whole different category. Like, we're not even normal girls, we're the black girls.
She also explained how she had food poisoning and her roommate had sunburn, and they were not addressing their concern.
The night before, actually, I think I might have gotten like a mild case of food poisoning, and I texted one of the ladies in the company, and she told me I should try mint. My roommate had such a severe burn on her face, and they were treating it like it was nothing.
So after the trip, she did express herself to the brand, and the brand said they will work on diversity. However, I would say like 6 months later, we are here, and the segregation at Coachella actually reached the news.
Coachella, aka Coachella.
I just feel like so awkward, and like, I don't know, I just feel like I hate it. I don't like Coachella at all. I literally hate it so much. I don't want to be here. It's not even fun. I don't know anyone. I don't want. I hate it.
So on the Coachella sponsored trip with Dope, the white influencers and women of color were put in 2 different parts of the house. The white influencers were allegedly given better rooms than the other girls. As you guys can see in the video, they have beds and bunk beds on that side, and then the other girls, the women of color, they actually were sleeping, it looked like, on couches or day beds inside of what looks like a kitchen or a living room. According to BuzzFeed, this is what the owner said. To address the rumors about the recent dope trip, the claim that one side of the house was designated to women of color is simply untrue. Young women of all backgrounds were assigned to rooms throughout the house, and everyone had beds to sleep in. It wasn't until more reports came out and YouTube blew up about this incident, which made them address this on Twitter, on her personal account, and on her dote account. And that she stated, "We're devastated to hear that the girls on one of our trips felt that they were treated differently because of their race. I want to make sure you all know that we did not and would never intentionally group girls together based on any racial characteristics." She also stated that she was committed to do better and that she was in the process of gathering all the details of what happened so they can make an action plan to make sure it doesn't happen again. People were still not happy with this response, and it furthermore made them speak out. I can honestly say I don't know much about this app. I do not use this app, but there were so many young people coming out to speak about this. Mind you, the girls that spoke out are 18, 19 years old. They're teenagers. So when I was reading the comments and I was reading all the other black girls that actually use this app and they support these influencers, I really wanted to bring it to my channel. So this app that a lot of young black girls support, they do not have a lot of diversity showcased on their platforms. It's not on their Instagram accounts. It's not on their Twitter accounts. It's not even on the app itself. So they invite these girls on the trip, and according to Kiana, she said that she didn't even meet the quota that you needed in order to go onto the trip. So she felt as if they tried to bring a couple of black girls just to make sure that they could sprinkle in here and there just to meet their quota and what they needed in order for them to be a diverse company. A lot of these companies have the token black girls that they use in order for them to look as if they're inclusive when they're really not. Like I said on a video a couple of weeks ago about Jackie, you know, really calling these brands out and letting them know that they need a little more diversity in their companies. But it gets to a point where you just want to, you know, make sure these young girls know and understand that sometimes it's not about fitting in, it's about breaking down the dang on door and doing your own thing. Do not ever be scared to speak up about a bad experience. Don't ever be scared to use your voice. It hurt me when I heard Kiana say that she was scared to say anything because she did not want to be labeled as the problematic black girl. But at the end of the day, you have to speak up for yourself in situations like that. It disgusts me what this company have done to these black girls, and knowing that this young lady had food poisoning, they told her to take a mint, and you had another young lady that had a freaking sunburn that couldn't even go nowhere. Her face was so red and bruised, and they did nothing about it. Y'all, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.